Hello everyone, hope you all are good. Today we're going to see about images, how to add images on your web page. So if you remember, last time we saw how to add links on the web page, right? So I'm going to continue on the same page which we had created last time, okay? So let's get started. So I'll go to my folder where I have saved my file. This is it. I'll double click on that and it will get executed in browser here, right? So if you remember last time we have seen the links like this index page, it will point to Google, then it will start email. Okay, now I have signed out. That's why if hyperlinks are there, so I have given a reference to hyperlink, so it's pointing here. If I do back to top, it will go over here again in the top, right? So there's all various things we saw in detail, right? So if you don't know, please see the previous video about this, as well as please do practice, because it's very important for you to do it by your own, right? You'll be more confident in doing it further. Okay, fine. So let's continue with images. So for images, adding images in your web page, what we have to do is we have to add an image tag. There's an image tag in HTML. So I'll add this image tag over here. So the image tag is something like this, image, that's it. Okay, now if you remember, I always tell that for every starting or opening tag, there is a closing tag. Now, if you see in this page, wherever you will see that there is a closing tag for a corresponding opening tag, right? But for image tag, this is the tag where you don't have any closing tag for that. Okay, it's simply open. Okay, so remember this. Now for this, we also have attribute similar to how we had for links. If you remember, we had anchor tag, and for anchor tag, we gave href, and then we gave the path, right? Similarly, to tell your HTML document that where is your image located, for that you have to define the path. But for that, you don't have to write href because you're not referring, you're telling where it is. So that is the source location. So you'll write source equal to and the path name where your image has been present. Okay, so if you see now my image I have stored in the same folder where this document has been stored. So I'll give the name of the image directly. I'll show you the image. The image is here. Can you see flowers.jpg? So I'm going to add directly the name of that image with its extension. So flowers.jpg. Okay, let's Control S it and then go to browser and refresh it. Whoa, here it is. Did you saw? So this is your image. Okay. So okay, one more thing. Now I have saved in the same folder where my document was present, but it might happen many a times that your images might be present in some other folders. Like if you see, there's another folder called images, and there is another. There are images inside this folder. For example, if I want to pick up one of the image from this folder, then what I'll have to do I'll just have to give the path of the folder as well. Okay, with this one, like how we wrote now was flowers.jpg, right? So instead of this, we'll write, since it is inside images folder, we'll write images slash and then your name. For example, the name of my folder, that image was, what was that name? Inside images, we had, yeah, okay, I'll pick up this tbl.png, okay? And if I run it, save it, refresh it, here it is. The another image, right? Okay, isn't it interesting? Okay, now there is another important thing which comes with images, really very important to know. Okay, that is another attribute, and that attribute is called alt. Okay, what is meant by alt? Alt means alternative for the image. In case if your image doesn't get load properly, or if your image is not visible properly in your browser, then there should be some sort of alternative so that user who is browsing can understand, okay, here there was some sort of image, right? So here I can write table, sorry, it was HTML table, okay, HTML image, okay, any name which will which will refer to this image, which was actually should be present there. Okay, I'll control S and I'll again run it. Okay, now you will not see anything over here. It's what I told you, that if your image doesn't get loaded, if in some case, then there should be something so that the user should understand that what is there in that place. Okay, so I've just removed L from here so that it will not get the source location. So if I refresh it, can you see HTML images, right? So it has printed HTML images instead of that image, because that image was the image was not able to load, right? That image was not visible over here due to some error, right? And that error, we know that we have missed the whole name of that image, right? But how the user will understand, that user will only be able to see this icon, image icon, right? So because of this name, the user will understand, okay, here there was some image of HTML, right? So at least he can connect to the below paragraph or whatever content is written, right? So I'll again do L, control S, and here we go. Okay, now quickly I want to tell you about width and height. You can adjust the width and height of the image as well. For example, width equal to 200, and this is another attribute, okay, for defining width and height of your image. So for example, yeah, 300. Okay, so I have given width to my image is 200 and height is 300. You can give any thing you want. You can adjust it. So I've saved it. Okay, and then I'll refresh it. Here we go. Right. So like this, you can adjust it. So now I don't think that is looking good. So I'll adjust my width and height so it will look good. Yeah. Oh yeah. Right. So earlier it was a little big. Now I have I have updated, or I have adjusted it to a little small image, right? So now it is visible. So you can adjust your width and height of your image, right? So this was about images. Isn't it very simple to add image in your web page, right? So in further video, we are going to see about table tags in HTML. Again, one of the very important topic, right? Okay.